Welcome back, everyone. This is Craig Reese from Hollywood Junket. We've got another interview from a contestant from this season's The Voice, season 20. Her name is Pia Renee. She is on Team Legend, and I am so excited to have her with us today. Pia, thank you for joining us.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
So awesome to have you. And I got to say, secretly, I was looking forward to your interview, particularly because one, my best friend from college's name is Pia, and I don't see very many Pias around. So extra point there. And then during your intro, you just described yourself as a creative, and that's me. That's my group of friends. So I was like, yep, I like this woman.
Yes,
Good.
we're going to synergize today.
So how are you feeling? How's everything going?
Oh man, I feel with regard to the show, I feel great. I'm really happy to be a part of it. I'm happy that I get to show the world what I've always known about myself, and I get to show up for myself and all of the people that are getting to know me for the first time in a way that is different from what I've already done. So this is like a super exciting time for me.
What made you pick such a challenging song for your blind audition?
Well, production does have they do have some say in that. They take into consideration your personality, your style, the genre you're coming in with. And to be honest, Master Blaster, I had submitted that song as part of my audition package, like the first level of auditioning, with this year because of COVID. The audition criteria was different. So instead of like auditioning in mass at like some location, they allowed us to submit videos. So Master Blaster was actually one of the videos I submitted. So it totally worked for me. It totally worked in my favor.
That worked out very well. So I was kind of nervous because no one was turning towards until the very end of your song, and then both Blake and John turned at the really last 3 seconds.
Uh-huh.
Was that going through your mind while you were performing as well?
Listen, it definitely was. And let me tell you, when you like, I meditate. So you have to put yourself in the moment, in the emotions of the moment to, create that actual manifestation in your life, right? So I'm practicing the song and I'm like, they're gonna turn right here. I didn't say that out loud to myself, but I envisioned them turning at a certain point. And when that didn't happen, I started to like go inside and talk to myself, like, wait a minute, so they didn't turn? But then I was like, wait a minute, you still singing, you still on stage. Yeah. Like, hey, the song is still happening. Go back outside. So I was like, okay, focus, go back inside, focus on what you're doing. And I closed my eyes, and when I opened them, I saw John and Blake. So yeah, I had checked out for a hot second, and I had to come back in and like, hey, it's still happening right now.
I would definitely do the same. I'd be so internal, like, oh, that's got to be so difficult. But they turned, and then Blake gave his speech, tried to say, well, I'm engaged to Gwen, and she knows ska and reggae. Like, did Blake have a chance?
Really? He did. I wanted him, to be honest.
Yeah.
2 things. I wanted whoever turned around first, which I didn't get to see because I closed my eyes because I was freaking out a little bit. And 2, I wanted Blake because John is who he is. And I knew that it was very likely that people who look like me, sound like me, cut from the same cloth as I am, will gravitate towards John. So if I'm on Team Blake, my strategy was going in, hey, it's going to be a ton of country kids, it's going to be a ton of country singers. It's not going to be hard to stand out, and it's not going to be hard to kind of, make it through battles and knockouts. That's what my original train of thought was. But Blake just talked himself out of it. I just couldn't in good conscience say, yeah, you're going to be my coach. And he was trying to sell it with Gwen, and I know Gwen ain't gonna show up just for little old me. So that's what ended up happening.
Yeah, it was an interesting style of debate between the two. But
yeah.
What's been your favorite part of the show so far?
My favorite part of the show so far. Oh man. I would honestly say the behind the scenes preparation part, like the homework that you have to do, the preparation that you have to do, like knowing, like you have to really be set on who I am, how I want to present myself, how I want to dress, how I wear my hair, like all of these things you have to know. Otherwise you can kind of get swept up in the fact that The Voice is just, it's a well-oiled machine, and it's
Yeah.
been 10 seasons in, well, 20 seasons in, 10 years
Yeah.
in.
10 years. Yeah.
And if you don't really have a strong grasp of who you are, you could get lost. So I'm really happy about the fact that being a part of this has shown me that I really do know who I am and what I want. So that's been my favorite part. It's just been the confirmation.
Yes. Yeah. And that's smart. I mean, it's very, very easy, especially if you're kind of new to this industry, to get swept away by that, to listen to what everyone else is telling you what to do. So I
Yeah,
think that's smart. Good job on that.
thank you.
We do know that your battle partner is Christine Cain. What was challenging about preparing for that performance?
So what was challenging about it, and I'm going to be very, very honest, it wasn't the song, it wasn't Christine, it was just my personal life. Shortly after arriving to LA to prepare for Battles and Knockouts, my mother died. And
No, I'm so sorry.
yeah, oh my God. So I have had to manage great joy and deep sorrow at the same time. So um, I had to leave the show, come home, make arrangements, be with family, and I had to fly. I was back in LA the night of my mother's funeral. Like, I didn't get to stay home, and that's not necessarily the show's doing. That's just, I still wanted to remain a part of the show, and I wanted to finish. So in order to make certain milestones and not miss certain things, I had to be back by a certain time. So everything from the time I got home to the time I left, I hit the ground running, and I got back and I had to wrap my mind around battles and wrap my mind around everything that was happening to me. And so that was probably the hardest thing about it. But the beauty of it, I'm so glad I went with Team Legend, because I ended up being partnered with Christine, and she's a phenomenal person, and she will be a friend for life for me, because I don't know how I would have gotten through that without just her nature, like her demeanor, her nature, and the fact that I could just really talk about what I was experiencing with her. Because there are times that, being in the hotel, I didn't want to cry too loud because I know I could be heard in the next room and everybody here is so happy, and I don't want my neighbor like, what is wrong with her? You know what I mean? Like, why is she crying? I'm tired of hearing this girl cry every day. I'm happy. What, so it was a whole lot. So beyond anything else, it was just managing the grief, which I'm still dealing with.
Yeah.
So that was the toughest part about battles, to be honest.
Well, thank you for sharing that. And I am so sorry. Yeah, that's not, yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Congratulations on staying strong and still doing it. A lot of people obviously could have decided to quit the show, and I'm glad you stuck with it. I think that's what your mom would have wanted to. So.
And it's honestly the last thing she said to me. I was calling and checking on her, and she couldn't really say much, but she was like, don't focus on me. She said, focus on where you are and finish. Don't worry about me. And
yeah,
she told me to finish. So
we are gonna finish. We're gonna see this.
Yeah. Yeah. So just being honest, that's what made battles very difficult, and knockouts too.
Well, we also know that Brandy was your mentor for battles, and I'm so jealous. She was my junior high and high school for sure. How was it meeting her and working with her?
Brandy was, when I tell you, she made my whole day. That day was really, really hard for me. Really hard. It was a very tough day you'll see. You may see, you may not. I don't know how much of me you're going to see in that clip, because I was tore up. But when she came in the room, I just felt like it was a cousin that I grew up with that I haven't seen in a long time. So I was just like, oh my God, where you been? But it's like, you don't know her. You don't know her. So she was just very sweet, very nice, super genuine and authentic. And she could have came in with a whole different vibe, a whole different demeanor. She could have been like, ladies, E flat. No, I don't want that there. I want an F sharp. She could have been like that, and it would have been respected. But for her to be the icon that she is, and I remember watching Moesha growing up and listening to her albums and wanting to wear my hair braided like hers and wishing I had like the little piggy bank she had and Moesha and the little journal. And like, oh, I just wanted to be Brandy in so many ways. And to see her stand in front of me just as beautiful as she was when
Yeah.
I was in high school. Like, girl, do you age? Are you a vampire? Tell me the secret. What is happening? It was just, it was beyond a joy to meet her and to encounter her presence. It was awesome.
I cannot wait to see the shows with her in it and her giving coaching and advice. I love it. I can't.
Yeah. I wish that we would have had opportunity to just like hug and just really talk a little bit more. I just felt like I was kind of so out of it. I was like, I need to meet her again so I can explain myself.
And the chances of that happening are higher now. You never easily could work with her again, run into her again. So there's always there might be a second chance. I think there will be. So
yeah.
Well, final question for you, Pia. What artist would you love to collab with during your time on The Voice?
Oh man. What artist would I love to collaborate with? I don't know. I've given this question some thought because it's a question that I know comes up and it's legit. Rihanna comes to mind.
Oh God, yeah.
Who doesn't want to sing with Rihanna? Come on, like take a number and get in line. Rihanna, Damian Marley, like I want Who Wants Me. That's just my life right now. If you want me, I want you back.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, well, Pia, again, thank you for being so honest and truthful in this interview. I really, really appreciate it. I know everyone else watching will as well. So
thank you.
And
I want to
like
say to you, thank you for the work you do. Like I've watched, as you know, I've been watching some of the interviews you've done with my comrades, and I love your energy. I love how you just so attentive, and it's early. Like I'm like, this is early in the morning to be doing multiple interviews. So I know it could be taxing for you as well. So thank you for just being so bright-eyed and so just genuinely interested in us as people and as artists. I really do appreciate that from you. I really do.
I already said you were my favorite. You don't have to suck up now.
I'm not. I just watch. I'm like, people really want to know about us. I love that because I've had you know how you encounter people and it's like I'm asking you the questions, but I don't really care. I just need to get this little minutes of the segment filled. And you really genuinely like are engaged, and your background is so nice. I can tell you dusted and everything. Like, yes, come on, Craig, you doing it.
I really, really appreciate that. That's the best way to end my week. Thank you, Pia, and thank you again for joining us. We get to talk to artists if they continue through the show later on. I obviously want you to continue, so hopefully I will get to talk to you in another few weeks or so.
Yes.
All right. Well, I love you. Thank you so much.
I'm sorry. What'd you say? Because I was talking at the same time.
It's all right. I was just saying I love you and thank you so much.
I love you too, Craig. Zoom kisses. Yay.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, all of our videos are on YouTube and our Instagram at Hollywood Junket. So please check that out. Pia, thanks again. And we'll see y'all later.
Bye. Thank you, Craig.
Bye.